Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Dr. Tashina Reeder, and I'm the director of the Community Health Training Alliance. And with me, I have
Kyle Shrivasta, Public Programs Manager at the Community Health Training Alliance.
and we are so excited that today officially concludes our AIDS Education Month. We successfully had our first virtual conference the whole month of June. Many of you have attended our webinars and gave great feedback and also some suggestions for next year planning. So we're really excited that we did it, Kyle. We did a virtual conference for the first time, and we're really excited that you all were a part of that experience for us all. And so we wanted to put together this video to thank people, thank individuals and who made this event possible. There's so many to name. And so we put together a slide for you to see and to see who was involved in this planning process. And we just want to acknowledge you for your help and support during this process. And so first we want to thank the planning committee. Oh my gosh, you guys were there from the very beginning before COVID happened. And then we had to pivot to a virtual platform from our typical convention center planning. So thank you, planning partners, for helping us identify workshops and all of that stuff that goes into selecting impactful workshops that people can walk away having learned something and having had an experience. So thank you. What you want to say, Kyle?
Absolutely, yeah. This work could not have been done without the help of many, many, many people outside of our organization, many of whom sat in on planning meetings in person and on Zoom. It wasn't always easy and it wasn't always smooth, but I think we all came together and helped produce a really great conference.
Mm-hmm. And this absolutely could not be possible without all of the workshops that we had to offer you. We actually were able to offer you 6 workshops a week. And we're still amazed that that even happened. And so thank you for all of you who attended these workshops. I'm sure it was an adjustment for our presenters who had to also pivot in their creating an actual workshop to make it applicable to a webinar format. And so to our speakers, thank you for your flexibility. Thank you for supporting the vision of having our first virtual conference. I've attended many of the conferences because Kyle and I were moderating them. And so I've learned a lot just having had sit and many of your workshops and so, well, your webinars rather. And so I thank you for your flexibility and expertise. And the Youth Central, we were able to have Youth Central this year virtually also, and it was a success. And so we were super excited that we were able to have that on this platform. Our Youth Central was able to do a lot via social media through our Instagram and doing pre-recorded messaging. So we also thank that committee for being a part of that planning process, because they too had to pivot in light of COVID to figure out how can we have an exciting experience for the youth virtually. And so we thank you, Youth Central team, for your support and just leading that part of the conference to engage our youth.
And last, another portion of those we want to thank are our sponsors. You know, this summit could not have been made possible without all of you, but also from our generous sponsors, many of whom you can see here. You know, year after year, we try to bring good content to you, and these folks are always engaged and ready to support the educational sessions we want to put forth.
Mm-hmm. And we want to also, we had to give a shout out to Emily Thompson. She was our graphic designer. When we realized we had to pivot and create branding for marketing to have a consistent look for our virtual conference, we reached out to Emily, who works with us closely at FIGHT. We gave her our vision and she made it happen. And so thank you, Emily, for being able to see what we saw and made a beautiful graphics for our conference. So thank you. And this is her email, I'm sorry, her website, that if you're interested in looking her up, you can always reach out to her this way. She does amazing work, as you can see from our graphics, our branding throughout our summit. So again, thank you, Emily, for your great work. And thank you, and see you next year, right? So we would love to be able to be at the convention center again, to be able to interact with you guys and be able to meet you face to face. But as you know, since, with COVID, we don't know what the future holds. And so we will definitely keep you posted as to what will happen next year. But we cannot leave without saying also a big thank you to our Philadelphia Fight family, who are also a big support in making this happen, like our development team, our education department, and all of the administration who was supportive of our vision to make sure this happened. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all of our viewers. Thank you for sharing the information for others to also participate in our conference. And feel free to reach out to us if you have questions or ideas and want to be a part of the planning process for next year. And until then, we'll see you all next year.